I've written this book for people who want to change the world. 10 years ago, I was invited to go to Allegheny College up in Meadville, Pennsylvania. And I remember standing that night and looking out and seeing the collective destiny of these young students in front of me. I had been invited to come and encourage them in their walk with Jesus. And these students were not following Jesus because they thought it would make life easier. They knew that following him would change everything inside of them, but that in turn would change the world. I remember standing that night and looking out, and I was speechless. After all, what do you say to a room full of people who are going to change the world? I've gotten the privilege to spend most of the last 10 years of my life walking with and working with these young world changers. And the book, The Culture of the Few, is really a collection of stories of these relationships and what it looked like for us to learn to follow Jesus together. This is a book about making an impact on culture. And as we look at that, we've looked at the life of Jesus, who after all was the ultimate agent of change. And as we've studied his life, we begin to ask ourselves this question: what can we do in our everyday lives that will make an impact on the culture around us? The process of writing this book over the last 5 years has led me to this conclusion. There is nothing that I can do or say that will make a greater impact on a world changer than to point them to the actual life of Jesus. The simplicity of the life that he lived with a handful of ordinary men 2,000 years ago is still changing the way we live life today. The way we're releasing this book is meant to encourage you to find a few friends and look at the life of Jesus. And as you look at his life, we want you to see how you can follow him in everyday ways now that will make a difference in the lives of those around you. You carry conviction by yourself, but you only carry culture with others. The culture of the few isn't something we've created. This is the culture of following Jesus. Dear world changer, it's easy to imagine traveling to third world countries or speaking to the masses and think,
that would really make a difference.
There's nothing wrong with those things.
But all of creation waits eagerly for the sons and daughters of God to know who they are.
And simply be themselves.
To stop being defined by what they do.
And start being defined by who they are.
God is not looking for the next Billy Graham.
Or Mother Theresa.
Or the next C.S. Lewis to write a book.
The world doesn't need another great conference speaker.
Or some edgy church planner to start a trendy community of faith.
The world is waiting for
you.
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 You.